families, I thought it might be useful to show you how a filial therapy setup looks when you do it in your own home. So this is the sort of kit that you would aim for, and it should really fit in a bag like that. I use these bags, you usually get them from Amazon, and just they're called laundry storage bags, and they're quite sort of plasticky and quite hefty, so they're good at sort of storing things. So a bag like that should really get your filial kit in for you to store quite easily. So when you set up a filial session for your children, I would advise that you use some sort of blanket in the middle, or a mat that you've already got down, maybe on your floor. And then I place the toys around that mat, so it's a contained area, and this helps you to sort of set limits for your children. I've also got a messy mat here. It's not got a lot on at the moment. It's just got a few sort of some Play-Doh and some bubbles, but you can have, it depends how risky you want to be. You might want paints on there, or you might want some sand. Moon sand is usually quite useful, the kinetic sand. And then you need a selection of other toys. So you need some dress-up items. Ideally, I find things like masks, hats, wands, things like that are really sort of useful for children to get on easily and use instead of a full outfit. Although if somebody gives you an outfit, throw it in there, it's absolutely fine. It's just thinking about, how to sort of conserve money and get what you really need. There's also some play food there, and a doctor's kit, and also a baby doll, which you absolutely do need to do filial therapy with. These sort of toys help with children to work on their nurture, to work on their worries around, making better and health and things that might concern them that they really need to be working on, especially children that may have been adopted and have had difficult early starts. The bricks are useful just for building whatever the child wants to do and creating their own places as part of their play. It's also a good competency skill to be able to build things and create your own things. There's a doll's house here, but you don't have to have a doll's house. Sometimes you can pick them up cheaply, but you can also just use some furniture with some figures. I've left the furniture just on the floor there because children usually like to set that up on themselves and do it how they like it to be. There's figures, so there's Sylvanian families I've got there, so any sort of family representations are useful. There's a tray over there with some animals in and some other figures, and then cars and vehicles that could be useful for a child as well. I've got a puppet, and I've got a soft squishy ball that's not going to do much damage if it gets thrown about, and in that little bag there's just some feelings cards that I've made and laminated that are going into packs for families. So basically that's really what you need for a filial kit. You can use your own sort of ideas. Oh, there's a phone as well. Phones are really useful. Children will tell you all sorts when they think that they're talking to you on the phone. But you can make your own things. I've got my son making some wands to put in the kits, and that are just out of twigs out of the sort of woodlands that we've got around here, and we've sanded them down to make them smooth. So there's ways to make things that can keep it quite cheap as well, so that you're not paying a fortune. Things like play money, those sort of things are really useful in play kits. But that's really all. You don't need loads and loads. You just need, and you don't need a massive space either. You just need a space on the floor. Play therapy and filial therapy are floor based because children play much more easily on the floor than if they're contained to a table, which is going to limit what they do. Okay, I hope that helps, and take care. See you soon. Bye bye.